like I was okay. My sister said I looked like I was bothered or off or something. And I was trying to be nice, but I was starting to get really irritable and stuff like that. But the same thing after Halloween. Same thing happened. For the whole month I was like trying to ignore the fact that Thanksgiving was at the end, you know. Then when Thanksgiving started coming around, my mom was asking us to go, you know, help her out, and I wanted to, and I was gonna go. But when things... Oh, here's a good example. I was in my room one day, just hanging out by myself, and we have terrible electrical problems in this apartment, but not terrible, I mean, they're alright, but it overloads fast, and it'll, like, parts of the house will shut off. I can fix it if I wanted. I could have fixed it, but anyway, I was laying in my room, and the internet cut off, because one part of the house shut off, and that's where the cable modem was and everything. And it wasn't a particularly great day for me, and I just sat in my room because I convinced myself that this is so stupid, but I convinced myself that going to the basement was a bad idea. I had bad feelings. Going to the basement is a bad idea. Do not go to the basement by yourself. That's a bad idea. So I was literally scared myself into staying in my room. Then I sent a message to quite a few people about what was happening to me. And at the time, I'm pretty sure it was something simple as people were working, or they just couldn't answer their texts, or something, you know, like that. But nobody was answering me. Texted my brother, texted my roommate, texted my sister. Texted someone else, and no one was answering me, and that put me, something so simple, that put me in such a bad mood, like, not a bad mood, but like I spiraled into like this, I guess I was already fragile, but I spiraled into this whole frustrated, no one's listening to me, no one cares about me, like this weird thing, which I know is not true. Obviously it's not true, but I just spiraled into that really weird feeling of, why is nobody answering me back? How come nobody is talking to me? How come nobody wants to? And then afterwards I just felt like I was such an idiot, because then I beat myself up afterwards, because I know that thinking that way is stupid and ridiculous, but I did it, and I made myself feel like I was nothing. And then afterwards I beat myself up for making myself feel that way, because now it's like another part of me is like, that was weak. Why would you do that to yourself? It's a simple fix. You could have done it yourself. You know what I mean? Like, it's something so simple, like lights turning off. Like, it just spiraled me out of control. And then Thanksgiving is another thing. Like, Thanksgiving was fine, and I was fine Thanksgiving, and I was perfect Thanksgiving. But your first sexual experience was just, you know, but we had to spend Thanksgiving with my grandmother. It was a great thing. We spent Thanksgiving with my grandmother at the place that she's at right now, because she had a stroke, and she's now there to help her take care of herself and stuff like that. But I got invited to another Thanksgiving afterwards, and that spiraled me into another world again. Something so simple. Someone that you really care about invited you somewhere that was important to them, and I was going a little crazy. I wasn't going crazy, but I was going, I was building my own anxiety, because I haven't seen these people in a long time, and something so little, something so stupid can just really just take me off. Just really, but I was good at hiding it, and I was good at changing subjects while I was at Thanksgiving with my family, and I was good at dealing with things and, you know, just acting normal. I'm good at acting normal when I'm not feeling it. That's the one thing I know that I'm great at, the one thing I know that I mastered, and the one thing I know that is going to be the biggest thing to destroy my peace of mind, and is going to continue to isolate myself. It's the way that I've mastered literally showing one emotion when inside my brain there's a whole nother thing going on. So I'm trying to erase that, because at that Thanksgiving night we ended, it was like 8:30, we all left, and I hadn't heard from him at all. And I figured since I hadn't heard from him, then he was either angry with me or mad at me, or I don't know, something stupid. I put something really weird and irrational in my brain, and that made me upset with myself, and it kept me from actually calling or texting him back, which I should have. And then I told everyone around me that it was just like, oh, okay, so he never texted me, so I guess he didn't want me there. But like, what the freak was wrong with me texting or calling back? You know what I mean? No, I convinced myself something stupid, and then I was having another freak out, like, nobody wants me, nobody cares. Like, I keep putting myself in these stupid little weak moments like that, and then flip the freak out. And then once I'm over that little panic, I get mad at myself for even going through it in the first place. So then after that, I went into another isolation, I guess. I pushed away, and I kept to myself again, and I didn't want to do anything, didn't want to hang out with anyone, I just kept to myself again, because I did it again. And then a bunch of crap went down, you know, and then it was, I am where I am right now. And where I am right now is needing to figure out how to get over this situation, and I'm trying to do it myself, but if I can't do it myself, I'm gonna have to find help. I'm gonna need to try to figure out how to make myself be able to cope with natural feelings, with natural emotions that everybody goes through. I don't know how to cope, and just move on. You know what I mean? I don't know, I spiral out of control every single time something big or small doesn't go in my favor, because I've literally ran away from feeling any type of emotions and feelings of anything other than happiness. Because when you're happy, people could look at you and say, oh, you're happy, cool, and they leave you alone, you know? But when you're sad or upset, people look at you and they care about you, and they want to know, you know, why. They want to know what's up. And then once you give up reasons why you're feeling sad or you know, feeling certain emotions that aren't happiness, you can't take it back. And I have a really big fear of being embarrassed, so I feel like the person's just going to use that against me some way or another. So to be vulnerable with people is something that I've never done, ever. The only person I've done it with is my little sister, and that was 2 weeks ago. It was the first time I was ever 100% honest with my feelings. First time in my 28 years of life. No, not first time. Second time. First time was when I was like 20, I want to say like 24 or 25. But the first time I've ever been completely 100% honest and afterwards I felt great was with my little sister 2 weeks ago. About 2 weeks ago. And it was so liberating. And it felt so awesome. But then afterwards it made me feel so sad that I haven't been doing something like that my entire life. I also had a talk with my brother once that helped me a lot too. But even then I was keeping some stuff on reserve. But it was still an amazing conversation, and he, knows how to make people feel really good when you talk to him. But 100% honesty, 100% my flaws and everything just out in the open was with my sister. I mean, you gotta start somewhere, but better late than never, but that's still not okay. Like, I don't know. And I just feel like I can't, I just feel like I'm trying to figure it out, but it's not always easy. Especially when you've immediately resorted to either lying or faking what you're feeling immediately ever since you were younger. Because as much as I hated feeling sad, I hated letting people know that they made me feel sad, because then I felt bad that I felt like feeling bad or letting someone know that they made me feel that way would make them feel bad about themselves, and I don't want them to feel happy about, I'm a people pleaser. I want everybody around me to be happy, even if that means me not being. So if because of something I said causes someone pain or hurt, it's in my mind always, forever. I think about it all the time. And that's exactly how I felt